morning, everybody. So today we are actually not going to be fishing here in New York. We're going to hop on some Vermont back roads. I've been told about this hidden gem located in the middle of the Green Mountains in Vermont. We're going to see what it's all about today. I left the house here around 4 o'clock and it looks like we are going to get to the ramp in about 10 minutes. Beautiful day today. It's going to be 50 degrees when we get to the ramp, and it's going to get up to probably 78 by the time we leave. Sunrise looks incredible right now. I'll be sure to get some of that. And yeah, we're gonna go out. I think I've only fished Vermont one time, and the one time I fished it was camping at a campground. I didn't have my kayak, I didn't have a boat. We were just going from shore. So this is going to be an awesome experience. I do have my Vermont license now, so I think I'm going to start traveling out this way a little bit more. So we'll see what today has in store for us, and hopefully we get on some big fish. If not, it is what it is. Let's see what we can do. All right, here we are. We made it out onto the lake. For some reason, that took way longer than normal. We are in Vermont today, like I said earlier. This lake is extremely clear. I was doing some research on it last night, and apparently this lake is ground fed, not runoff fed, so it's natural springs underneath this lake that create the lake. So it looked like we had some shale bottom, a lot of weeds. And if I was a betting man, I'd tell you I think we're gonna have a pretty good day here. Water temperature looks like it is a solid 77 degrees, 55 degrees ambient temperature. So let's start with the top water with all this fog on the water and see what we can do. We'll hit these trees over here first. It is extremely peaceful out here. It's super quiet. So I also heard this lake holds some pretty big bass, and it also holds some massive pike. So if we can get on a little toothy critter, that'd be cool. Missed my first fish. Great, starting off just like I ended the last video. Missing a fish on top water. This lake is extremely clear. That is insane how clear this is. I mean, my fish finder right here is saying that this is 10.5 feet, and I can see all the way to the bottom. The weeds here are crazy. Oh, it's gonna be a good day, I tell you what. First fish of the day. Not a big fish. So, first fish. He's a little small. I'm not going to put him on the board. It's a good start. This is one of those lakes where you want to tell people about it, but you don't at the same time, because I'm not saying it's going to ruin it for everybody if so many people come here. But it's just nice knowing you know a place that not many people know of, not many people fish of. Man, I suck at talking. I've been really good at casting into trees lately. So now that we just ruined this spot, let's head down the lake a little bit. So I wasn't recording, but I just caught a fish. Small bait fish. It was on the top water, but I just want to show you guys the colors on these fish in this clear water are so cool. The detail is just wild. See it, bud? Word. Another small one. But a fish is a fish. That's for sure a fish. I'll reiterate what I said a few videos ago. Jerkbaits are not for cold water only. To be fair, I was warned that there were small fish in here, but I was also told that there are some massive bass in here if you find them. We haven't found any yet. We found a couple small ones, but it looks like a place where there would be huge fish. It gets 60 feet deep out here to the left of me. Right now we're still on the edge. We're probably going to end up going out a little farther, seeing that the water temp's 77 degrees. Oh, it's 79 degrees over here. We'll do some live scoping. I'm not very confident with the live scope. I haven't really caught many fish using it. Typically when I start using it and I don't catch any fish with it, I just sit there and stare at the screen. So I end up just shutting it off. And when I shut it off, I usually catch more fish because I'm not just staring at an electronic screen. It's another small guy. Oh, we need to start finding the fish that we came here for. That's what we're looking for. All right, that gives me a little bit more confidence here. We got him on the chatterbait. All right, so it took a while, but we finally got a decent one in the net. This one was on the chatterbait in about 2 feet of water. So maybe they're still up shallow. We'll find out. I think we're gonna toss some frogs over here. It's time to do some frogging. So as some of you guys might know, frog fishing is extremely difficult. When you set the hook, you really got to try to keep the fish above the lily pads, or else they're going to get you all wrapped up. Frog fishing can pay off extremely well. Usually you get real big bites on the frog. So a little tip, semi-pro tip, still not semi-pro. These little legs here come extremely long. So what I do is I just fold them up and I have them match the top of my frog, and then I take my scissors and I just trim them. Then I'm gonna take the other side and do the same thing. So frog fishing can be super effective. The hardest part is these hooks here are set into the body of the frog, so the bass really needs to come down and bite like that, and then you set the hook. If they don't, you have to set this hook extremely hard to push this down and set the hook into their mouth. Like I said before, after you set the hook, you really want to just try to keep them above the weeds. So yeah, I'm going to change the GoPro battery in this GoPro, and then we're going to see what we can do. It's time to go for a little ride. So I have a bunch of video ideas coming up. So I guess I'll just let the cat out of the bag. So my first one that I really want to do is I want to take my daughter's Barbie pole out and see what kind of fish we can catch with it. It'd be super cool to catch like a 5-pound bass on this little like 30-inch Barbie pole. In 2 days, I'm actually going to be hanging out with a couple of other local YouTubers, and we're going to be going on Lake George, and we're going to be jigging for Lakers. Lake trout fishing is one of my favorite fishing ever. I do it a lot in the winter time. Haven't really done it much out of a kayak, so that'll be fun. I know I say this often, but thank you guys again for all the support. The feedback on the videos has been incredible. Facebook page is still growing. I actually just got my logo revamped, and by the time this video comes out, you're going to see that I probably have hoodies and t-shirts, maybe a couple hats. So if you guys are interested, shoot me a message and we can get that shipped out to you. We can meet up, whatever you want to do. So obviously today we haven't had the best day. We've had some little fish. I know there's big fish in this lake. We just got to find them. Oh, I lost them. Wow, there's one stick over there and I hit it. There he is. Look at how healthy these fish look in here. That is insane. With this clear water, bunch of oxygen in the water, being spring fed from underneath. See you, buddy. First fish I caught today decided to poop everywhere, I guess. And my kayak stinks. I mean, it's been 3 hours now and I can still smell it. And then I look down and it's all over the front of my shirt. So that's cool. I've just been smelling fish poop all day. Come on, get out of there. See you later, little dude. Alright, I just want to give a huge shout out to my wife. I was supposed to work today. Boss texted me yesterday. He said, hey, let's try to enjoy some of our summer. Let's take tomorrow off. We'll get back at it on Saturday. So Jen knows how much I want to make these videos and how confident I am that we can do something with it. I keep pushing myself to do these videos. Sometimes they get hard. Sometimes it's extremely frustrating when you're out here making a video and you catch one fish early in the morning and then it's just, that's it. So to my wife, you're truly a gift from above. She's always watching the baby when I'm at work and out here fishing. And I can't thank her enough for letting me try to trace my dreams here and try to see if they can come true. Yeah. It's fed from beneath it. It's okay. Hold on, I got a fish.
This is gonna be in your YouTube video?
Yeah, it's gonna be in my video.
Hey, YouTube people! Husband's laying these fish.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Is it a big one?
No.
Just a wee little lad?
Yeah, just probably like a 9-incher. Just a little lad.
All right.
All right, brother. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Toodles.
All right. Enough of the sappy stuff. Can we find like, I don't know, an 18, 19, 20-inch fish? I mean, yeah, it's cool. The quantity over quality kind of thing. But that's not really my style. I mean, I guess sometimes you can just go for it and learn how to use more baits. But that's one of my problems is like, I go out here, I'm like, yeah, let's go learn how to use some baits. And then I just use the same 7-8 baits that I use every single time I go fishing. Before I go fishing, I always re-rig up all my rods. So I tie on new stuff, I tie on what I think's gonna work, and I know I have backup stuff in my tackle box. The problem is I just don't ever tie it on. I just leave what's on here and just go from all my rods. Another terrible habit I have is even if I catch 5 or 6 fish, I don't retie my lures, and that has bit me in the ass more times than it hasn't. Because even if you're using 20-pound braid, 30-pound braid, using 15-pound fluorocarbon, it doesn't matter. It's gonna get chewed up when the fish hit it. So that's one thing that I have to get into the habit of doing, is just retying everything after, I don't know, maybe every 2 fish. Because it's super frustrating when you know it's a big fish, you set the hook and it's gone, and then you think to yourself, well, why'd that happen? Then you remember that you caught a bunch of fish on that lure. Look at how clear this lake is. This is insane. Look at the size of this rock. Another dink. Well, thanks for playing, little guy. Well, that's gonna do it for me out here on the lake. We had an awesome day. Started off a little slow, and then we kind of figured them out. Nothing too big. We got 1 on the board. The rest of them were just small little dinks. It's fun to catch them still, and that's just how it goes. It's better than catching no fish. So I'm gonna head back to the launch. I'll load this thing up, and I'll catch you guys back at the truck. All right, guys, as you can see, we're back at the truck. We're all packed up. Today was hard. Coming to a lake you don't know, super clear water. I've actually never fished in this state, -1 time, like I said earlier in the video. So I'll go over what I was doing and what worked. So you guys have seen it plenty of times before. The Shimano Flash Boost. This thing is incredible. There's actually, I didn't talk about it in depth before. There's a rubber ball inside of it that when you cast out, the ball goes forward to help you cast farther. It also has a little, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little metal piece in there that goes back and forth. That's where the flash comes from. I was throwing this right off rocky ledges today. We caught a few largemouth off of it. Again, nothing big, but it's better than not catching anything. So the second bait I'm gonna go over today is the jackhammer chatterbait. This is the one that caught us the biggest fish today. I don't remember what it was, maybe 16.5. That might be high. This thing is super cool. You just cast it out, give it a little twitch, engage the flutter motion, and then you just run it right across the weeds. You can bounce it off rocks. This works for deep water, shallow water, pitching docks, flipping trees, whatever you want to do. You can bounce it off rocks. Typically I like to just run it right over the weeds, let it just touch the top of the weeds, and usually the bass will come right out of the weeds and snag it. And the bait I had the most luck on today, I don't know what the actual name of it is, but it's by 6 Cents. Basically it's a stick bait per se, and the way you fish it is you just quote unquote walk the dog. So you cast it out and you twitch it and it goes this way. When you twitch it again, you go this way. So when you have a steady motion, it goes back and forth, back and forth. What I do is I make it go back and forth a few times, then I let it stop, and then I get it back in the motion, go back and forth, back and forth. So that's definitely the bait of the day. And 79-degree water temperatures, it was pretty cool to see those guys come out of the water like that. That's all I got. Follow my social medias, awa.fishing. Facebook's going crazy. That page is growing super fast. YouTube is growing pretty fast as well. I thank you guys. I can't thank you enough for the support. It means the world to me. And like always, treat every cast like it's your last. Peace.